Well, I picked up my first bottle of Chattanooga whiskey in the state of New Jersey, second bottle overall. We're going to review this Chattanooga Private Single Barrel. This is from Bottle King. It is a store pick. It's called Hustle and Flow. It is 119.4 proof, as is the others. This is a Tennessee high malt, and I think I got this for certainly under the MSRP. This is a very unique one. I'm going to spin the camera around to show you the whole bottle, but this is labeled a single barrel on here, and then you have a tag here that says the Hustle and Flow name, and then you have a sticker here that gives away which mash bill is, because this is supposed to be one of 4 mash bills. It basically says a lot of information on here. It says one of 4 unique mash bills, and it says B004, B005, then it says SB055 and SB091. And then on this sticker, which is another single barrel sticker, it does say that it's B005. It is a wheated B005. So this is a wheated mash bill, but a very unique one, as is the other one I had, which I got in the state of Tennessee at Nashville Airport, and that one is the cash strength 111 proof. Definitely will compare it to this. But this mash bill, I don't know the percentages, but I believe if it's anything like the other one, there is one similarity. But this consists of yellow corn, pale malted wheat, oak smoked malted wheat, and caramel malted wheat. So basically you have a whole set of malted grains. Now with the last one, when I did the Chattanooga whiskey, the cash strength 111 proof, I just had it labeled as 75% yellow corn and then 25% malt. There was a bunch of malted rye and malted barleys in there. So it may be a similar ratio, whereas the yellow corn may be 75%, and then those other wheated grains and those malted grains, different wheated grains that are all malted, maybe 25%. I don't know, but I know that this consists of those corn and the malted wheats. And what I don't see in there is anything to do with malted barley. Do not see any malted barley in this one, whereas the other one does have that. But it just sounds very interesting. This is a char number 4 oak. It is aged it says 4 years plus. I have somewhere written that it might be 4 years, 5 months. Let's call it at least 4 years, whereas the other one said at least 2 years. So this is definitely something a little bit more to it. And the style is a wheated. I forgot what the term is. We'll just call it a wheated high malt, I guess. And this is very interesting, and a lot of information on this. And I had seen a little ad, I follow Bottle King, and it said this was dropping in the store. And once I see that, the next day, I see it at the store, and there was only a few of them. I've not seen Chattanooga whiskey, I believe, many places at all in the state of New Jersey. So found this here, and again, the other one, which is, for reference to this one, I got in Nashville. A very interesting bottle. Let's crack this open. First, I'll spin it around, and then we'll get started. First, here is the front of the bottle. Then you can see the wheated tag, pause to read. And then you can see the other single barrel label on it. And then, as with the other bottles, you have all this information on it right here. A lot of stuff. Let's see what kind of cork pop this has. Nice. Okay, we got this poured up. I can already see this has a unique aroma. Let's give it a nose. I am getting, there's just a general malt smell. Kind of got that from the other one. At 119 point proof, not spewing out ethanol. And by the way, for comparison, their cash strength regular one is 111 proof, so this is more. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. This is that total wheated profile, but you can totally get the malt twist to it. Malted wheat. I mean, that's the theme of this. The other bottle was just generally different malts of barley, different types of malted barley. This is different types of malted wheat. I'm definitely getting that oak smoked malted wheat. Oak smoked malted wheat is one of the 3 malted wheats, along with the pale malted wheat and the caramel malted wheat. This is unique. I think that one actually shines out the most. Now, they were labeling this, I don't always agree with the way something's described. They were labeling this as kind of a butterscotch or vanilla bean. I'm not sure I'm seeing it that way. I'm getting a lot of malt and a definite oak with a wheated background pastry profile. So there's a little bit of everything. This is different for sure than the cash strength. It has that malted profile, but definitely from a weeded perspective, oak, caramel. This is different in a good way. This was $54, and I believe from other prices I've seen, it's at a minimum less than MSRP and probably less than other places. We'll get more into this. We'll do comparisons with the cast strength because it's quite different. I wouldn't even maybe do it as a blind because they are noticeably different, but just to see how they compare side to side. Definitely going to get more into this one. That's the Chattanooga whiskey to me. They just have some with their Tennessee high malts, very unique mash bills. And this is just one of four. I guess their other single barrels have one of the other ones, or this one, or it could be any one of these. And I would definitely say if you want something that's different in a good way, and you like some type of a malted profile, this would be the one to pick up. And I don't necessarily like crazy about American single malts, but this is a nice twist with the corn and using grains as wheat, malted barley, but with a malt, all of it with a malt profile. It's quite unique and quite good. Definitely we'll get more into this. Cheers.